Welcome to Math Plus, where math makes sense. This is a practice video. We will be practicing how to multiply a whole number by a fraction. Make sure you watch the lesson video first. There's a link above where you can click that, watch it, and then come back. It's very important that you learn how to do it. We are practicing today, so I assume you've already watched that video. I also want to point out that if you're following us in the playlist, we have a sequential playlist for fractions. And we just got done doing lots of steps with story problems. And if you're following me, you know what I'm talking about. This is going to be fun. This is so much easier and less to remember. So check out the playlist if you want to be with us in that sequential instruction. Other than that, let's go on and let's practice how to multiply a whole number by a fraction. I want you to pause the video, solve the equation, and then come back and see how well you did. When we multiply a whole number by a fraction, we have to turn the whole number into a fraction. Basically, a whole number looks like this. You put the whole number at the top, and you put a 1 at the bottom, and then you can multiply. If you were to turn that into a division problem, 7 divided by 1, 1 goes into 7 times, and you end up with a whole number, 7. In the video, the lesson video, you also saw how it can be broken down into repetitive addition. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, again, go back and watch that video. Now we can multiply across. Multiply the top, multiply the bottom. 7 times 1 is 7, and 3 times 1 is 3. We've talked a lot about always simplifying your answer. This is an improper fraction. It is correct. But let's turn it into a mixed number. We want to simplify our answer to make it easier to understand. How many times does 3 go into 7? 2. So there's 2 whole numbers in there. 2 times 3 is 6. And if I subtract that 6 from that 7, I end up with a 1/3. If you want to make sure, see if what I'm talking about, go ahead and turn that into a division problem and you will come up with the same answer. I want to point something out on this next one. When you go to practice, after I do all of my practice videos, I always supply you with some more practice worksheets, which they are there in the description. But on the worksheets, sometimes they tell you to find 1/2 of 4. And I want to point that out to you. It just means 4 times 1/2. It means the same thing. You just have to turn it into a multiplication problem. So when you see that, don't get worried and say, I don't know how to do that. You do. 1/2 of 4 is the same as 4 times 1/2. So pause the video, solve the equation, and then come back. We are going to turn our whole number into a fraction, 4 over 1, and then multiply across. 4 times 1 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. And then we're going to simplify. This is an improper fraction. It's the same as saying 4 divided by 2. And guess what? When you have 4 divided by 2, you get a whole number. It's not even a fraction. 4 divided by 2, 2 times 2 is 4. So actually, that is 2 wholes, and that is simplified. Pause your video, solve the equation, and then come back. Turn your whole number into a fraction. 6 times 2 is 12. 8 times 1 is 8. This is an improper fraction, so we want to simplify it, turn it into a mixed number. How many 8s are in 12? There's 1. If I subtract 8 from 12, there's 1 whole number, 8, and then I end up with a 4 over 8. Now we can see right away that that will simplify because 4 times 2 is 8, right? So we know that we can simplify that. We can divide 4 by 2, and we can divide the 8 by 2. Whatever we do to the top, we do to the bottom, right? Divide by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Oh no! 8 divided by 2 is 4. I bet some of you were saying, wait a minute, you could have divided both of them by 4. That's what you just said. I did. Now, I've showed you this before. If you make a mistake, don't erase it all. Just simplify it again. It's just taking me longer to do it. You guys got it done faster. but I have to divide by 2 again. I should have divided by 4. I made a mistake. I was in a rush. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So my answer, let's get back over here and get rid of that mess, is 1 whole and 1 half. Too bad you couldn't shout at me and tell me to stop. We have one more left, and I want you to pause the video, solve the equation, and then come back. Now I want to see if you remember what I just showed you when you have 3/4 of 4. What are we really trying to say? I can rewrite this as 4 times 3/4. It means the same thing. I turn my whole number into a fraction, multiply across 12, and 1 times 4 is 4. I can see that there are 3. 4 times 3 is 12. So my answer is 3. There's 3 holes there. If you were to draw a picture or take that 12/4 and make a division problem. If you're never sure, 12 divided by 4, just write out your division problem if you're not sure. 4 times 3 is 12, and that gives me a whole number of 3 for the answer. Again, reminding you, go back to the description, do those practice problems. Make sure you have a good handle on this before you move forward.